Kitchen Partners is a custom food processing company based in Edmonton, Alberta. We prepare products for food service operators across Canada and ship on a weekly basis coast to coast. We're about 90 people, run a 3-shift operation, and have been in business for 23 years. At Kitchen Partners, people make the difference. Everybody understands that our business is based on our customers' needs, and we work very hard to ensure that those needs are met.
So I'll tell you a little bit about how we introduced Lean to the employees and the training that we did. It starts first with senior management approval for us, because without their approval and without their support, we basically wouldn't be able to do anything. So every month we'd gather the employees in a room 5 times throughout the day to catch all 3 shifts. And we would teach them basically simple Lean principles such as Kanbans, 5S, continuous improvement, and just help them understand terminology and basic principles. So the first event we did was a pizza making exercise where we were a customer and we said, hey, I'm Joe's Pizza and I need some pizzas. So we taught the employees the importance of understanding your customers' requirements and needs, as well as making sure there's consistency. So through these Kaizen events, we were able to adopt principles of Lean, as well as making sure that they understood what it meant to the customer. So the third Kaizen event we did was a 5S work breakout session, and we broke them off into their functional areas, and we put a kind of a team lead who would document all of their ideas.
During our 5S initiative across the plant, one of the rooms that we worked on was a rice room, which we happen to be in here today. A number of people came into the room and worked with the folks who actually spend their days here. And we look for opportunities to organize, straighten, and to discard some things that weren't being used. So some changes that we made, we used to have items on the floor. We built some simple racks and got things up out of the way, created a station to actually do our paperwork, close by the clock, which we moved. As well, we had a fan in this room to help with moving air, and it was on the floor as well. So we actually got it up and mounted on the wall. So you can see we've got a much easier area to clean from a sanitation standpoint. People know where their tools are, and items are up and out of the way. A couple of other changes that we made was finding homes for items that were used on a regular basis. You can see the brush. We actually very simply installed a little rack for the paddle, which is used in the kettles. And as well, we use our thermometer on a regular basis to check temperatures. So it's again our maintenance team, a couple of very simple little brackets, but everything goes back where it belongs.
So most, I'd say probably 95% of the things that we changed are still out there today because it did make their jobs easier.
At the foundation of continuous improvement is understanding where we are today. And in order for us to understand where we are and how we can improve, we need to measure and metricate our business. We've worked really hard over the last several years to develop scorecards to help us understand where the opportunities for improvement actually are.
We got started on Lean with looking at how we could improve our efficiency, overall efficiency of the plant. We started measuring basic measures of kettle cycle time. So we knew how long it took to start a kettle, how long it took to empty the kettle, and how long it took to start the kettle again on a second batch. We engaged our partners at Alberta Agriculture and Rural Development for funding to hire industrial engineers to analyze our raw data. Industrial engineers identified areas of opportunity was to improve our kettle evacuation time in packaging. We worked then with a packaging supplier, and he identified we needed larger equipment to increase the volume. So we did that, and we improved from 8 packages per minute to 17 packages per minute. We had to, once we've realized we increased our kettle capacity, our next constraint downstream became chill capacity. In 2010, we had 3 lanes for chilling. Currently, we now have 5 lanes of chilling. We adopted Lean principles. We put a dual lane pre-chill tank that is controlled by ambient air temperature or temperatures maintained by ambient air temperature. That reduced our cost substantially of electricity that powers our compressors to chill the product. You know, I guess my biggest takeaway from Lean is measuring. You can't manage it until you measure it. It's a wealth of information. It's not gut feel, it's not hearsay, it's factual, and it's very accurate.
creating that culture of change has made it really easy to make changes on the floor all the time. So whether it be driven from above or from the employees themselves, they're so adaptive to change now that it's part of their culture.
As we go forward, lean and continuous improvement will be important to our business. We're committed to lean. It's a great approach to improving your business and ultimately helping us be competitive on the global stage.